good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Instant Replay Daily. It's Monday. It's the 20th of October. And we out here, man. We out here. So let me make sure I got a couple things going here. Obviously, as has been the case with every single Monday night show we've done thus far, there are games on, bro. There are games. Tampa Bay is currently down 24-9 to the Detroit Lions. They're in the fourth quarter. Let's see what just happened. Ball got knocked loose going for Ibuka. All right then. So as we can see, Lions up 24-9. Let's see, make sure I got everything. Let me get this stuff going. All right, y'all. Here we go. Might not be that long of a show, to be honest with you guys. I am kind of tired right now. Work was crazy. But anyway, wait, what happened? I'm sorry, y'all. There's an actual game on right now, and it's kind of close. It's 4th and 8. The crowd is loud. Mayfield's got his hands over the ear holes in his helmet so they can hear the call. Lions fans are going nuts. The Bucs are known for these late game heroics. Let's see if they can score a touchdown right quick, man, before I jump into the show. 4th down and 8 yards to go. Not 4th and goal. The ball's on what's that, like the 12 or something? Damn, they didn't get it. The Bucs didn't get it, y'all. So the Lions look like they're gonna wrap this game up. There's only 4.5 minutes left. Mike Evans left this game pretty early with a concussion. Is what I have seen. So yeah, man, first doubleheader is over with. It looks like 4 minutes left in the game. Good defense by Detroit. Honestly, he threw to somebody who was guarded by 2 cats just then over there in the corner. So that was going to be a rough pass to try to complete to win the game. So anyway, let's go, y'all. Welcome back to Instant Replay. Obviously, weekend of football is crazy. I'm going to be running through this thing pretty quickly. Like I said, I'm not feeling too terrific right now, even though I got 2 dubs this weekend when it comes to these boys and these boys. But let's jump on in, man. Let's see. Let's get this thing popping. I feel like that's a little bit loud, to be quite honest. All right. Anyway, all right. Let's jump in, y'all. Let's go. College football. Yeah, that game 24-9. If the Bucs come back and win that, that's insane. College football weekend. Let's get back at it. Obviously, I'm a Georgia fan, so we'll see where we start with here. Friday, October 17th, Miami. Oh, Carson Beck. Oh, good old Heisman candidate Carson Beck. He threw like 4-5 picks, bro. He threw a bunch of picks. Louisville brought that thing. They brought that thing, man. No other way to say it. They brought that thing. So, yeah, Miami. Hey, look. I was a Georgia fan. Carson Beck can kiss my ass. I've heard the stories. I've seen the stuff. He bailed for more money, went to Miami, started great. I was about to be like, this cat gonna win the Heisman down here. Pump your brakes, homie. Pump your brakes. Let's just let's see what it looked like. Of course, this should take forever. Miami passing Carson Beck, 4 picks, no touchdowns. 4 picks, no touchdowns, man. Miller Moss for Louisville, 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? 248 yards. Isaac Brown rushing 113 yards, 18 yards, 15-14. Yeah, man. Miami at the time was ranked number 2 in the country, bro. And look, man, before anybody tries to say I'm out here, can't wait to see Beck lose. He was in my personal opinion, knowing what I know being a Georgia fan, he was getting too much praise for Miami's success. Too much. We saw what he did, man. Did he do good things for Georgia? Of course he did. But at the same time, like that, some of that locker room stuff was nasty, bro. Nasty. All right, let's keep moving on. The Nebraska, Minnesota, 24-6 Minnesota. The Dogs survive Ole Miss. This was a hard-fought one, man. I wish Georgia would quit playing with these people and go ahead and put them away. But I will say this, Georgia scored on every single offensive drive of the game, which was the difference, I believe, here when you look at the score. 8 points is the difference. Georgia scored on all of their offensive drives. Ole Miss came up short on 2 of them. On 2 of them. That's all Georgia needed. Now, as far as Georgia's defense, hey, Ole Miss is a great offensive team. I ain't going to take nothing away from them. Of course, the defense was going to struggle. They struggled against Tennessee. They struggled against Alabama. The defense struggles against good offenses. But they do turn up when it counts and get a stop or 2. The only game this year that I feel like they didn't get that stop or 2 was against Alabama, which, you know, obviously that happens. If you just go back to the episode right after the Alabama-Georgia game and hear my thoughts on that. Alabama has our number. We just can't beat it, man. All right. Anyway, that's not saying for future endeavors. That's just saying what's happened in the past. It's not surprising, you know, to be hyped up before a Georgia-Alabama game and them get beat by Alabama. They have our number, man. So adjustments need to be made. All right. Ohio State, Wisconsin, 34-0 Ohio State. They continue to clap. Michigan State, Indiana, 38-13. Indiana's nice, man. Nice. Texas A&M, we'll see come Thursday's or Wednesday's show when we start looking at the week ahead for college football this weekend. Couple interesting matchups coming up. Couple interesting matchups. Anyway, 38-13 Indiana, 45-42 Texas A&M over Arkansas. Hard-fought SEC battle. Tennessee, Alabama. Tennessee, you had them. Tennessee, you had them. You scored a touchdown. You got them down. You got them 3 and out. They punted the ball back to you. You had them. You had them. Score again. Alabama has the ball. It's like, well, I can't remember what it was. It was 3rd and something. Something long. And Alabama got y'all, man. Caught y'all slipping. It's just, I don't know, man. Y'all had them, but they out-survived y'all. So, whatever the case may be. Arizona State, Texas Tech, 26-22. Oregon, 56-10 over Rutgers. How's that for a get-back game? Vandy, 31-24 over LSU. Pablo had a great game. Obviously, they lost to Alabama last week. Or not last week, but they lost to Alabama. Sort of took themselves some time to reacquaintance themselves with themselves. And sort of came out here with a 31-24 victory over LSU. Georgia Tech. Shouts out to the Yellow Jackets, man. 27-18, 7-0 for the first time in a long time. Duke 4-3. Hey, man. Georgia Tech keep playing like this. First of all, Georgia has to keep doing their thing. If Georgia Tech keeps playing like this and they come into a Georgia team that's hurting. So we got to see. We got to see. 34-24 Notre Dame over USC. 26-7 Oklahoma over South Carolina. BYU 24-21 over Utah. Missouri 23-17 over Auburn. Washington State, Virginia 22-20. Virginia catches that dub. South Florida 48-13 over Florida Atlantic. Texas 16-13 over Kentucky. Whoo! Tough one right there, ain't it? Tough one right there. 31-24 UAB over Memphis. Cincinnati 49-17 over Oklahoma State. And that rounds out pretty much the scores for the top 25 in college football, right? Good games coming up. Like I said, again, not tomorrow night, but Wednesday night show when we start going through game picks and looking at the week ahead in college football, I'll sort of give you my thoughts on what I expect to happen there. 24-9. Baker just completed another pass, but there's only 2.5 minutes left, and they called a timeout, 24-9. So looks like Tampa Bay might be losing that one. All right. So as we move past that, first of all, rest in peace, Doug Martin, man. Rest in peace, Doug Martin. Obviously, as news has come out about this, it looks like there's some mental health issues involved with this situation. And with that being said, I hope to hear more. I hope we get some more details on what happened right here. But yeah, man. Shouts out, man. It says the NFL family mourns the loss of Doug Martin. This literally dropped like as games were kicking off yesterday, right? The first slate of games, man. So, and again, like I said, the details that have come out since this announcement, sort of point to some mental health stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, shouts out, man. Shouts out. Too soon, bro. Too soon, man. That's another member of that Bucks team that is literally passed away. Real quick before we slide off of college football, let's look right here. We got the AP Week 9 AP Top 25. Ohio State 1, Indiana 2, Texas A&M 3, Bama 4. Bro, when the last time you saw Texas A&M in the rankings ranked ahead of Bama and Georgia? Georgia number 5, Oregon number 6, Georgia Tech number 7, Ole Miss number 8, Miami number 9, Vanderbilt number 10, BYU at 11, Notre Dame at 12, Oklahoma at 13, Texas Tech at 14, Mizzou 15, University of Virginia 16, Tennessee 17, South Florida 18, Louisville 19, LSU 20, Cincinnati 21, Texas Longhorns 22, Illinois 23, Arizona State Sun Devils 24, and the Michigan Wolverines round out the top 25 in this week's AP poll. We all know what's coming in the next week. The official first college football playoff rankings will be announced. So we'll wait on those and give our conversations and thoughts after those things are released. So there you go, right there. The new AP Top 25 that just came out today. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. So let's get back. Let's see. Two-time Super Bowl champ Graham unretiring, signing with the Eagles. Let's see right here. Brandon Graham, he's ending his retirement and signing with the Eagles. Of course he is. Following what amounted to a 7-month break, Brandon Graham is clocking back in. Graham is coming out of retirement to rejoin the Philadelphia Eagles. NFL Network insiders. The move is expected to be made official on Wednesday. I don't know whether he retired and his pockets is empty, or the Eagles came out and said, hey, man, if you come back, we'll give you a little something for the pockets, bruh. Maybe that happened. Maybe it didn't. Whatever the case may be, the two-time Super Bowl winner and longest tenured member in the history of the franchise, Graham, 37, will aim to aid a depth-deprived Eagles defensive line. Rappaport and Garoppolo reported on Sunday. So we'll see what happens with that. More news. Let's see. Jaden Daniels, if you were watching the Cowboys and Commanders game yesterday, Jaden Daniels went down with a hamstring injury early third quarter. Sort of kind of a scary thing to see. He goes down, and of course, when it's that franchise cat that hits the turf, there's it was crazy. It was crazy to watch. Of course, unfortunately, he had to miss the rest of the game, which meant that the Cowboys kind of took off after that. The trade deadline is close, y'all, for the NFL. It's in November, first week of November. I am very, this season in particular, I am very, very interested in seeing what happens. Obviously, let's see, any more news? Yeah, we'll talk about that on Wednesday. The Packers are going to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. The first time Aaron Rodgers has ever played the Packers in his entire career. And the first time the Packers have ever played against Aaron Rodgers, so it should be cool. Broncos linebacker Greenlaw, 1-game suspension for incident with officials on Sunday. They hadn't passed down yet what they're going to do to the coach of the Broncos for stepping out on the field. He did get flagged for that. Also, what an insane game. Matter of fact, let's get to let's get to these damn things, right? Let's see, 24-9. The Lions have the football. They're trying to run out the clock. Minute and a half left. I think I did pick the Lions anyway, but come on, Bucks. What are you doing? All right. Texans Seahawks, also the second game in this Monday night that's kicked off. Let's see. Turn that off. All right. Let's get back to it. Let's start where. All right. It was the Unk Bowl, y'all. I know it's hard to remember since all this shit has taken place this weekend since Thursday night. The Unk Bowl, Steelers, Bengals, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco. What a show they put on. 4 touchdowns for Aaron Rodgers, 3 for Joe Flacco. The Bengals pull out the victory, 33-31. Joe Flacco be slanging that thing, man. And Jamar Chase is a beast. Had like 16 and 17. He had like 25 targets, something like that. A bunch of catches, bunch of yards, and showed it. Damn it! I don't know how the fuck I forgot his name. I'm tripping right now. Anyway, the Unk Bowl did not disappoint, man. Did not disappoint. I thought it came down at the end right there for the Steelers. So, all right, Rams, Jaguars. Matthew Stafford continues to shine. Went over there to London, threw 5 touchdown passes against the Jags. Figured the Rams would have a good game, man. It was due for him. Matthew Stafford continues to sling the ball. No Puka Nacua. It wasn't a problem for the Rams as Devontae Adams caught 3 touchdowns. And Matthew Stafford just knows how to throw that football, man. Knows how. I remember after he won his Super Bowl, his only title with the Rams a few years ago, there was talk about Hall of Fame. And look, as much as I love Matthew Stafford, even though he did play quarterback for the Lions, I'm a Packers fan. Not really, you could already see that there. Matthew Stafford being a Georgia boy thought Matthew Stafford is nice though. Still, he's nice. He had like Megatron. He's done some nice shit in his career. He's a great quarterback. He just needed his opportunity to really shine, and that happened with the Rams. Got his ring. There was talk of Hall of Fame, and I remember thinking when it came to Stafford, like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's quite Hall of Fame worthy, right? But dude has played his ass off since then. He has played some really, really good football. He has been at the top of the league in statistics when it comes to passing every season that he's been with the Rams. So 35-7 Rams knocking them down. Bears, Saints, 26-24. Bears continue to roll 4-game winning streak going on right now. The Saints, they hurting, bro. Dolphins, Browns, 31-6. Also, the Bears defense played some nice football. Browns, 31-6. The Dolphins are in turmoil right now. I'm surprised I'm surprised the Dolphins coach didn't get fired this morning. That might be the most surprising thing about football thus far. So it's final right now, 24-9. The Detroit Lions, I think just too many turnovers for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They had the interception, they had a fumble on back-to-back drives, and I think that pretty much killed it for them because they couldn't get any momentum going and to lead in there. So yeah, Dolphins, Browns, Dolphins fall. Browns pick up a nice dub, 31-6. Chiefs, Ravens, or Raiders. Obviously, my co-host isn't here tonight to give his thoughts on his Raiders performance. From what I saw, it was not good. It was bad. Also, the Chiefs feeling themselves. They got Rashee Rice back, and they were at home. And they were doing some of that ridiculous-ass, plays with, this shit never works, all that kind of silly stuff. So, the Chiefs, it was good today, though. It was good today to see on a lot of these broadcast channels, not much, like Chiefs got love, but it wasn't much, they're back. I mean, look, they played a Raiders team that is struggling right now, right? They played a Raiders team that is struggling on both sides of the football. So to get up here and brag, we beat them 31-0. I'm not going to sit here and say that's some kind of massive accomplishment. And if V was here, he would say the same damn thing. He would say the same thing about his Raiders. Chiefs 31-0. There it is. Eagles, Vikings. There was one play. This game, to me, came down to one play. One play in particular. The Eagles, late in the fourth quarter, the Eagles, they got the ball. The Vikings picked this defense that I am still unsure if I saw it correctly. The broadcasters even said it. A.J. Brown at the top of the field, at the top of the screen, by himself, one defender. Devontae Smith at the bottom of the screen, one defender. One safety. Everybody else is at the line of scrimmage. Everyone else. As soon as I saw them line up for that play, I was like, either Brown or Devontae Smith are about to catch a fade ball. Nobody's covering them one-on-one. And Jalen Hurts has been throwing the ball all over the field all game. I cannot believe Brian Flores decided to go with that call at that particular moment in time, because all he did was Jalen Hurts rolled out to his left a little bit, gave a couple of wings for A.J. Brown to go ahead and pass the defender. He caught the ball, got down on his own to keep the clock running inbounds, and that was ball game. I do not understand. I got it, man. Saquon hadn't done shit all game. I do not know why you guys, the Vikings, were expecting a run right there. That's the way they lined up. Because to put your DBs on an island with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, one-on-one. That's how you left them in the defense. And, of course, one of them got burnt. The game went away. 22-28, man. That's a 6-point loss, bruh. 6 points. Man, the Vikings, y'all could have pulled it out, man. That's one of the worst defensive calls that I think that I like just watching. I was like, from the get, I knew it was bad. I just knew it was bad, man. Anyway, Panthers, Jets. Jets continue to stumble. Panthers, we have to see what happened to Bryce Young. He got hurt in the game. I think it was an ankle injury. See if he returns next week. Patriots, Titans, Drake May continues to be Drake May. I think he's moving sort of into some kind of MVP territory, to be quite honest. Hey, man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I know you was busy watching your boys, man. I just called the final score on that one. Texans Seahawks it didn't just kick off, but Seahawks is up 7-0 first quarter, 4th and 2 for Houston. So they're about to give the ball up again. Well, I don't know if they're giving it up again if that's their first possession. Oh, that was a delay of game, wasn't it? That's wild. Anyway, let's keep going. All right, Patriots, Titans, Drake May did his thing. The Titans are hurting. First week with an interim head coach in there and sort of the things they got going on. And Cam Ward once again did one of those where he steps back to pass and the ball just flip-flops out of his hand. Wild. So Patriots win. Giants, Broncos, y'all. This was that game. Giants, Broncos. Broncos were down with 5 minutes left in the fucking fourth quarter. Dude, I can't tell you how crazy this game was. And the Giants didn't let them get away with it. I mean, they literally came back and scored another touchdown to put themselves back up. But they missed the extra point. So, in other words, all Denver has to do to win is kick a field goal. They get down the field. Questionable defensive calls. I know the one long pass to Sutton that Bo Nix threw. The defense had 3 down linemen, everybody else in coverage. That's not going to work for you. When you give Bo Nix more time than he's had all game in the pocket, he's going to find somebody. Somebody's going to be open. Didn't agree with that defensive call, but of course I'm not an NFL head coach or a coordinator or anything like that. So thought that was crazy. Colts, Chargers continue to roll. Thought the Chargers might get this one. Colts 6-1, best record in the league right now. 38-24, they continue to roll. Daniel Jones is slanging that thing. Jonathan Taylor is running the fuck out of that football. And they're playing good football, man. Steichen got them boys rolling. Packers, Cardinals, my boys, man. Rough showing. Won the game 27-23. Came down to Michael Parsons, 3 sacks. And then crazy, I didn't know because I didn't follow the Cowboys like that. Michael Parsons has never had 3 sacks in a game until yesterday. That's insane. But, hey, 3 sacks in the game. He's the one that shored this up for the Packers to win. 4th down pass in the end zone, caught out of bounds. So the Packers pull this one off. Nice to see LaFleur go for it on 4th and 2. I'd love to see that instead of just kicking a field goal. Gave Jordan Love the opportunity to convert that 4th down, and he hits one to Kraft as he's going out of bounds, which, obviously then Josh Jacobs scores. Josh Jacobs has been an absolute monster for us this season. Good win on the road. Secondary, man. Last week against the Bengals and then this week. Couple things I'd like to see shirt up, but a dub is a dub. I love to see a dub in the column. Commanders, Cowboys, obviously I talked about earlier. Cowboys have a great offense. Dak Prescott is MVP level football this year. And the Commanders, Jayden Daniels goes down when it's still a really competitive game, and we saw what happened after that. Obviously, Mariota comes in here. Marcus Mariota threw a pick, couple bad plays, couple bad things he had in there. which enabled the Cowboys to sort of make the distance larger, right? Falcons, 49ers. I thought the Falcons would put up more fight. I thought I'd see more from Bijan and them. Christian McCaffrey is an absolute fucking monster. What the 49ers were able to do with all of the injuries that this team has suffered is actually absolutely exceptional thus far during the season. I know we're only in week 7. You know, I know we've only played 7 games for a lot of these teams. A lot of them only played 6 because of the byes. Falcons have had a bye. Obviously, 49ers haven't had one yet. 5-2 on the season with the injuries they sustained, with season-ending losses to defensive beasts like Bosa and Warner, still playing this kind of phenomenal football against a really good Falcons team. And now the people are continue to say that the Falcons can't play on grass. What's up? And tonight's first Monday night game, 24-9. The Lions beat the Buccaneers. Obviously, like I've been trying to keep along with the second half as this show has went live. Lions did what they do, man. I think there was a couple of back-to-back turnovers on back-to-back drives for the Buccaneers that did them in as they were driving down the field and as they were making moves. Mike Evans leaves the game with a concussion. Jared Goff been a little nice passes. He had an interception tonight too. A couple of other off-target passes, but the Tampa Bay's defense was in his face. If there's one thing about Goff, when defense is in his face, he's not really a scrambler, so he's not like he's going to fucking juke somebody and get 5 extra yards. He's not Baker or anything like that. And they avenged it. The Lions have avenged that loss early last season in Detroit, where the Bucs came in there and clapped the cheeks off them real quick, right? So, again, as we look at the score here, 7-0, Seahawks over the Texans. All right, y'all, I'm about to bounce. It's Monday night. I'm tired, just got off work. Appreciate everybody who watched. Appreciate everybody who likes to tune in and hear me just babble on about my favorite sport of all time, which is football, man. Football, baby. Football. So, yeah, we'll see you guys Wednesday night, 10 p.m. We'll be going over the rest of this game, the Texans and the Seahawks, giving our game picks for next week. And you guys have a great, let's make sure I got everything. Yep, mentioned everything, man. All right, y'all. You guys have an extraordinary end of your night. And where are we at? Oh, here we go. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday, man. Peace.